Hello, Inderes TV viewers and listeners. I'm here with UB's new CEO, Ojanperä. Welcome, John.
Thanks, Sauli.
So maybe you can start with the introductions. Even though you are kind of a veteran of in the United Bankers, you're still kind of new to the role of the CEO. So could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, so the name is Ojanperä. I'm 43 years old, live here in Helsinki with my wife and 3 kids. I've been at United Bankers now for 10 years. 4 last months as the group CEO. Before that, I was 8 years in the fund management company as a CEO and also in the management team. Before that, I was 2 years in the finance department of the group. Before coming to UB, I was an auditor at KPMG, and then I worked at PwC with transactions.
Yeah, so decade of experience in United Bankers, so it's easy to say that you know the firm pretty well.
Yeah, I know it like my own pockets.
Yeah, that's right. So let's jump into the last year's figures. Could you walk us through how the H2 and especially the whole year went for you? Obviously, it was a really, really good year for United Bankers.
Yeah. The company has been operating for 38 years now, and this was the best result ever in terms of key figures. This was also the 6th consecutive record year. Revenue grew by almost 20% to 62.1 million euros. Adjusted operating profit grew by 40% to 23.7 million euros. And the earnings per share was 1.66 euros when it was €1.24 a year ago. The main driver behind the result was the performance fee, and especially the performance fees in the forestry funds.
Yes.
We generated excellent returns to the clients and profited from it too. Other highlights in the year was we recruited top-tier personnel, we launched a housing fund in a difficult market, and then our asset management mandate business grew significantly.
So basically strong performance all across the line, you could say basically.
Yeah, a really good year in all key figures.
Yeah. You already mentioned that tough market. So yes, the fundraising conditions have been, you could say fairly tough, especially in Finnish asset management landscape. So how do you see the fundraising market at this moment? Is there any signs for recovery coming in, or how you see the outlook going forward here?
As you mentioned, the stock market in US was great, and in Europe it was okay. It was decent.
Yes.
But in Finland it was quite poor. It was a soft market.
Yeah.
The market for alternative investments has been challenging as investors are facing liquidity issues and they are over allocated to this segment. In a challenging year, as this has been, investors, they tend to look or go to familiar funds, familiar managers with proven track records. So selling new products in this market is not easy, and that we saw with our UB FIG, for example. I'm confident that the market will turn soon. It's always with alternative investments that sometimes there's too much liquidity and sometimes there's less liquidity, as is now, but we are soon going up again. I'm confident.
Yeah, there definitely are some signs pointing to that direction. Of course, the positive development in the Finnish stock market would also help at least the allocation-wise the issue. I'm sure of that. So
yes,
that definitely that should be one driver going forward here. About your guidance. Your guidance indicates that your operating profit will come down significantly. This is kind of a exceptional if we look at the overall industry, and especially if the market would be recovering, that you are guiding EBIT, operational EBIT to come down. So can you open up a bit? What are the main drivers behind this guidance at this stage, even though the market situation should be recovering at some point of the year?
Yeah. As I mentioned, the performance fees in 2024, they were exceptionally high. They were 22 million euros. The number that we guide is the adjusted EBIT, and it was 23.7 million euros. We don't expect the same level of performance fees in 25 as in 24. However, I'm confident that when we succeed in growing the AUM and continue with the high quality portfolio management, the performance fees will grow. Maybe not in 25, but in the future.
If I recall correctly, just to give the right magnitude here, in 22 and 23, your performance fees were maybe like 13, 14 million ballpark, something around that. Correct. So we are talking almost 10 million more in 24. So yeah, it's just to highlight the exceptionality of the result in that sense. Since the 22 and 23 were also good years in performance fee.
Yeah, they were good,
of course.
But this was exceptionally good.
Yeah, of course. Then looking at the big picture here, what would you say that are the key value drivers for United Bankers for going forward, let's say 3 to 5 years? Like what are the things that need to happen in order for United Bankers shareholder value to grow significantly during this time?
First of all, we will grow in our home markets, Finland and Sweden. There we sell asset management mandates and alternative solutions. We will also grow internationally. Our first steps will be taken in Central Europe. There we sell alternatives. Then we have many high-quality products that can and will grow in size. And when they grow and we continue with the high-quality portfolio management, that will boost our result. And then we will also be active in M&A in order to grow on our way to becoming the Nordic leader in alternative investments.
So basically, as fairly typical in this industry, so growth is the key to the growing the shareholder value, basically.
Yes, this industry this is so scalable. So
yes.
When you grow, you scale, and then the results are really high.
Yeah, and in order to grow, of course, you need to succeed in a fundraising market, and in order to do that, you need to have good products to perform strong returns for shareholders, for their fund owners, of course. That's the kind of a flywheel here, how this industry works, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
You have a financial target for 28, 10 billion AUM.
Yes.
And you also mentioned M&A there. Is the 10 billion achievable without M&A? Since, I mean, you are currently a tad below 5 and there is 3 years till the target.
Yes, we are currently at 4.8 billion euros, and the target is 10 in approximately 4 years. So the gap is 5.2 billion euros, which means 1.3 billion a year. So to answer your question, no, we have planned to make M&A to get there, in addition to strong organic growth, but we need to make M&A. And we knew when we set the targets that we need some M&A in it.
Yeah, that's what my Excel also points, so to speak here. Then about the M&A. Obviously, we have had a lot of M&A in the Finnish asset management or financial field during the last decade or so. And also, you have been kind of active player there, especially in the kind of in 2010 to 2015-ish time. Then in the recent years, you haven't been such an active. You have been basically focusing on the organic growth. But what is United Banker's stance regarding the M&A? Are you just basically looking what is happening, or are you actively participating discussions in Finland? Are you also looking abroad on the M&A side, or how is the playbook there?
Yes, in Finland the number of potential targets is quite limited, but our focus is not only Finland. So we can do M&A in Sweden or Central Europe or wherever we want. So yes, we are looking at the broader scale.
Yeah.
And if there are transactions, we are always interested as long as they create shareholder value.
Yeah. And I guess in order to create shareholder value in this industry, you need to have a cultural fit, of course, which is super important. Of course, you need to have some synergies, either on the cost side or then on the top line side, of course, right?
Yeah, correct. We are always open to discuss and we are active in this field. But as you mentioned, there are some things that must fit in order for us to move. There has to be the right cultural fit.
Yes.
The price has to be right. And then there has to be some strategic alliance with the target. If all these three things meet, then we are willing to move on.
Let's see what happens when we move forward from here. Thank you, John, for the interview, and good luck for the rest of the year.
Thanks, Sauli.